my eyes to the hills. To the hills, my help comes from the Lord. Even in the valley I walk with my hope in the maker of heaven and earth. For as your people waited for many years, they longed for home. How in our hearts we long for the Savior too. Yes, in our hearts we wait for you. Yes, in our hearts we wait for you. I will lift my heart in a song, like the song Mary sang to the Lord. I rejoice in strength for the weak, and the promise of mercy for all of the earth. For as your people waited for many years, they longed for home. How in our hearts we long for the Savior too. Yes, in our hearts we wait for you. Yes, in our hearts we wait for you. Even when my heart is aching, still my heart is open. I will thirst for you. Even when your face is hidden, still my heart is open. I will wait for you. Even when my heart is aching, still my heart is open. I will thirst for you. Even when your face is hidden, still my heart is open. I will wait for you. For as your people waited for many years, they longed for home. How in our hearts we long for the Savior too. Yes, in our hearts we wait for you. Yes, in our hearts we wait for you.
Happy Friday. It's Chris and Mark with the NWA Exchange Podcast, the only podcast you need to listen to know everything about Bella Vista and beyond. Well, it's our ho 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 Christmas show, bro. We're going to get into some stuff. Those giveaways. Let's do it. Ho ho ho, brother. How's it going?
Hey, Santa Claus.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
I'm
Had a
happy
late
it's
last night. I'm
Friday.
trying to recover from that, man.
Yeah, it was cold last night too, brother. Man,
Yeah.
it would
I-
bite.
Yeah, it's brutal, man.
It's still cold
Yeah.
tonight too, but I'll take it over last night.
Yeah, a few more days we'll be out of it, man. You know?
Thursday, I think it's supposed to be back up in the 60s, man. So, did you lock up on me?
Crazy.
No, here it goes. Here it goes again, man.
There we go. I'm shrinking down, man. I'll work my way out of it.
Yeah, the
On
interweb.
behalf of Cox, I want to thank you.
Thank you very much, Cox Internet. I'm not going to move you right now, man, because when I do, you're just going to get
it'll
huge
pop back.
again, you know. And so
Yeah.
it's
Cox, I'll be
odd. We
calling
don't
you
have
for
this
credit.
problem until we go live. You know, I don't know what to say anymore, man. It's just funny. If you're stuck like that, you know, for too long, though, I will adjust you. Maybe your internet's normalizing with the feed and all that. That being said, go ahead and tell me what's going on locally, brother.
Yeah, just have a few things to go over, and then we have that interview. So just a reminder, city offices are closed for today, and it'll be closed Monday the 26th. So just a heads up there. 10 box, baby. I don't know if you got that baby up there.
I got it. Give me 1 second. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fix you over here too, man. And I'll have to
No
fix
worries,
you later.
man. We can work
Box
through it.
10, Frugal Fridays, baby. I love this. I love this part of our show, man. Just showing people how to save a few bucks, man.
Actually, I think it was 118 in the pork butts. I have that written, typed here. So boneless sirloin tips, $2.88 a pound for whole ones. Great deal there, man. Whole pork butts, 2-pack, 118, 73% ground beef, $1.65 a pound. Shank and butt portions, $1.38 a pound. Drumstick, $65 a pound. I mean, the deals keep on coming.
Yeah.
I did throw in the sweet pineapples for you because I know that we got a fan out there that likes those pineapples, throwing them around and what have you.
Yeah, slamming them into a cart and all that jazz. Sweet, yeah, sweet, brother.
So, there's some great deals, man. They keep on pumping them out. So I'm gonna get out there. I don't know if you want. I'm gonna pick up a couple more pork butts. So
Okay. Yeah, I can
probably
go
gonna
down
do
with
some for
that
New Year's.
for sure. Yep. Yeah,
I'll let you know.
we ran out, man, and so we did some of that, just kind of that quick meal Jack Daniel's stuff. It's crap, man. I mean, that that stuff is.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
just crap, bro. You know.
the pre-cooked stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you know, that's the great thing about like cooking and then vacuum sealing and throwing it in the freezer. It's really just about, there you go. You got huge now. It's about the
Hey.
same amount of work, man, after all is said and done, right? To pop out a quick meal. And the way that they're, this Jack Daniel's stuff, it's kind of overpriced. And it's just not even that great, man. I mean, like we had some the other night, put it on some potatoes and some baked potatoes and stuff. We call them Idaho pigs. And
Okay.
man, it just just didn't sit right with me, man. I got to have my pulled pork, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to.
You get
bro.
spoiled, man,
I
after
do.
a while, right? It's
Yeah.
like we talked about that before. You go to a steakhouse or something, you're like, man, this just isn't as good what I cook, and you're
Yeah.
paying a premium too.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we're talking high-end
yeah,
steakhouses too.
it's not cheap stuff, man. All this processed food is not even really that healthy for you either. So, I like cooking. It's something I like doing. So, as long as I'm able, I will continue to cook, and then obviously kind of pre-prep meals for the future, especially something like where we're getting really great prices on. What was that? The last one that you got me, I think that was roughly 25 pounds of pork or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was 2 pork butts, yeah.
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 And so that lasted us like well over a month, easily.
Yeah. Yeah, it saves you a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna probably do that for there's Sally.
Hey, Sally,
What's
thanks
on,
for the
Sally?
like. We appreciate it.
So I'm gonna probably grab some. So I'll let you know. I'll shoot you a text when I get out there, and hopefully they'll have some left.
Yeah.
I'll try to get out there sometime tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll be doing some stuff with the, with my mom, and hopefully she can make it. Roads aren't. I don't think the roads will be too bad.
No.
And then we're doing the Christmas, candlelight service at our church, and then
Cool.
come home, and then the big man, ho ho ho's his way out. And, does that, and then church on Sunday. So
Cool. Good deal, man. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna get some warmer weather, so hopefully this will break and snap us out of it. But I'm looking forward to it. Gonna have the family here, so it'll be nice.
This weather got me contemplating moving to Florida, man. I'm sorry. Just I don't know, man.
Well, they're getting that snap of cold weather too.
They ain't getting it like this, bro. I'm saying, like, when you get below freezing, that's when I wake up and every joint in my body is just like screaming at me, man. It's like,
I know,
don't move.
I know. It reminds you, it's like it didn't feel as that bad when we were younger, man. And now it's like, wow,
every year you get a little older and your joints are screaming at you even more for all the stupid crap you did when you were young. And so Merry Christmas, Sally. She said, Merry Christmas, boys. Yep.
Merry Christmas, Sally.
All right. Well, any other news you got for us on the locale?
No, I mean, there's some services going on, as you know. I didn't want to get into all the specifics with them. So, I mean, we can discuss those tomorrow if you want, and we can pop on for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
All right. Well, we will go back over to the two hosts, and I'll get your camera fixed.
Holy man.
Yeah, you
helping me, man.
You get
jacked up.
They like making you look like the Jolly Green Giant over there, brother. Like maybe they're trying to prep you for they're trying to prep you for a sale of like from Allen's or something. I don't know. Jolly Green Giant, green beans or spinach or something.
You know what you should do? You should calibrate it to where it was there, so then when it reverts back, it'll be right on.
yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it seems to be kind of holding right now, so we'll go ahead and leave it be. I did not switch you on the other one, so when we get there, to spin the wheel, which is coming up later in the show, we got some giveaways. So y'all stick around, and it might be important for you to stick around because we may give away some bonus giveaways to just our live viewers. So interaction is the name of the game. That being said, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll come back with our interview with LeCoux Coffee and let you guys get to know the owners of this place.
Awesome.
All right. We'll be right back.
What's your name? Where you from? The French have invaded. Portugal, yes.
AOC, Austin, Texas.
Keep it weird.
Yeah,
Where you from? Where you from?
Yeah.
Pull me in and take me out. Let's run, run, run around.
And we are back, ho, 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 from that little break right there. We're going to have the LeCoux Coffee interview coming up here momentarily. Once again, just want to give a shout out to Nasty's Float Shop, Northwest Arkansas's #1 float shop, in my opinion. Rob and the crew over there are always taking care of people, last minute needs, emergency fixes, stuff like that.
Yep.
Don't forget that they do have rentals. I know you guys see enough of our one wheel videos every break almost. Working on some new footage. We'll be putting out some new stuff probably for the next show. It's just kind of really been a busy week. Obviously, everybody's up against the wall trying to fight the clock right before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And it's a full work week. But they do have the rentals. I think they still have buy one, get one. So rent one, get one, basically. So if you wanted to give it a try, they will get you up on the board, make sure you have a good comfort level, helmet, and send you on your way, man. And you can learn this awesome sport. It's a mix between snowboarding, skateboarding, and surfing. So fun times.
Good deal.
Go check them out.
Great bunch of guys over there, Chris. And we talk about this all the time. And we need to support small businesses, man.
Exactly.
Like the interview we got coming up. We need to help these guys and support them.
Yep. So without further ado, we took some time and went up to LeCoux Coffee last Saturday and did an interview with the owners of that place. Very sweet people. Enjoyed our conversation with them and obviously enjoyed the coffee. And we're going to let you guys get to know a little bit about the owners and how they formulated LeCoux Coffee right now.
All right. Sounds good.
We're here at LeCoux Coffee, and tell us a little bit about your business and yourself and how long you've been doing this.
We started the idea, I guess, about 10 years ago. We were running a 24/7 worship house and living in it, and we just needed to be able to pay for the building, but we're musicians. We love music. My background is in actually opera. I'm a recitalist, and
Awesome.
and then he's like world-class drummer, guitar guy, and we're both singer-songwriters. And so really what we wanted was a stage. And so and as worshipers, like, we were continually just doing this, and everything we're doing is honestly for the glory of God. And if we could do that all the time, it'd be great. And coffee was a great way to be able to pay for the building, eventually, and play music. And so the idea, like, that's 10 years ago, and so we moved over here about 5 years ago, just to start over, kind of, find community and a little bit better business, in
just more people,
construction, and just closer to the city, so our business ventures could be a little bit better. And so we were doing that. We had 8 kids, and so we lived in a house with our 8 kids, and we're just trying to do all this stuff. And 2 years ago, then, this building we saw was for lease. And we're like, that's a great place, really close to home, that we could play music at a coffee house and invite all the community and just be a living room for everybody and get to know our neighbors, because we've been here several years and hadn't really met a lot of local people yet.
Okay. Yep.
And so we started working on turning this place into LeCoux Coffee.
It took forever.
It took 2 years.
It was a labor of love.
Well, it was
right?
like me by myself. I mean, she was helping too, but it's most of it. It just took forever because it was like in my spare time, and then there's lots of nights and weekends that you just don't feel like going down and working on the coffee house, So it took like a year and a half to really get this place ready to open up.
We didn't want to go into major debt or anything like that, because that's not a good way to have a business.
Right.
And so we just used things that we had, and so that's why it took a little longer too, because we didn't have,
Yeah, we'd get money and we'd buy stuff for the coffee house.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And a part of the idea for the coffee house too came from the empowerment of being able to make coffee, because neither of us have a background in any kind of coffee. I didn't even drink coffee until I was 37.
Oh, wow.
Like, I just had never done it before. I didn't need it. And I'm, so at that time I was pushing to 40.
Right.
And I kept going in, driving in, and spending $5-7 every day.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Because by the time once you start having good coffee, it's really hard to have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go back.
Well, and we also in our travels, we would go to as many coffee houses as we could, and I developed, I guess, the opinion that about 60% of them, it didn't even taste good.
Yeah.
Like people, the only reason they're drinking it is because they paid $6 for it and they want the caffeine, And we didn't want to be like that. I'm like, there's no way that it's that hard to make it taste good, back when I didn't know nothing about it, And so, and our whole goal was to create excellent products. Like, we decided we didn't want to sell any food unless it was just really good, where people would come back for it. And I feel like we achieved that, and all the drinks are great according to us and according to the customers. So, but
people that have taste buds like us, I guess.
Yeah, obviously we all have opinions in our taste buds, and that's fine, but we're definitely finding a customer base that likes it. So.
Yeah. Well, and I think when we were talking earlier, we were asking about the beans and stuff, and you said you use Kennedy coffee beans, and so that was whenever I used to work in Bentonville, I would go to the Kennedy coffee shop.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that coffee, and so when I came up and had my first coffee here, I was like, this reminds me of something. What is it?
Funny.
But it's really good coffee.
Yeah.
And then so she told me that it was Canadian.
Yeah.
So you work with them to get your...
absolutely. NW Roasters is the name of Tom Kennedy's roasting company. And so we work with him in all our travels. We couldn't find anything that we loved as much as what we were getting, right at home. And so it was really exciting for us when we were able to connect with him, and he was willing to help us.
Yeah, he was very, very helpful. Very, very even. It was very pleasant just meeting him. Kind of in certain ways, a like-minded individual. Like us, and just totally had no idea because we hadn't met him.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've met a lot of chefs, but he reminds just the particulars of
Very meticulous.
Very meticulous.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
very particular. And so going in and making sure every bean is just right, and just the way that you're putting it through your machines is the way that he is pleased with it. And so he taught us a lot about how that works best with his beans.
Yeah. Chris and I always talk about having to have a mentor to help you along is so important, and it sounds like you found a gentleman who's going to take the time and effort to invest in your business, which is awesome.
Yes, we were very blessed.
Yeah, and he trained us and our baristas, basically for free. Of course, I mean, it's understandable. We're using his beans, but still, that's a costly process. And it's just been, like you said, because we talk to other, coffee people, and they're all, I mean, you can say meticulous, anal, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's funny because I'm so not like that, And but
we're much more we just want people to come and enjoy their time here and have great conversation and just chill and enjoy the thing, and so we're really glad that people can behind the scenes be
they've already done the hard work, so we can present an excellent product, basically,
Yep.
Tell me about the name Laku.
Yeah.
I believe blending
Laku,
of two
it is.
cultures?
Well, we created the name, so we get to define it. So it's the colliding of two cultures to create an atmosphere that's unique just for that moment. So you and me. Us here together, just having this awesome time. And it is his initials and my initials.
It's Lance Aaron Wakeland, Christine Elizabeth Wakeland.
Oh, okay. So there's a little bit of
There's a
story to
little
that,
bit,
too.
yeah.
It's been really funny because I guess that's a different sounding word because, oh my goodness, so many people are what is that? What does that mean? Where did that, a lot of people thought it's Native American, or then some people think it's like maybe Oriental or something, you know. It's just
something
fun.
you guys made up.
Yeah, well,
you guys.
when I was little, I used to make up words all the time. Like I created an Otu Quimoa Penzilla, and it was totally Ozuxwi in my house, and it was just like animals everywhere, and you had to go through the path and little stuff to, so it was just these made up things. And then when
I do the same thing.
Yeah, and when we met, he has these words. What do you say?
Bushanika Nugavarch.
Yeah, just these fun words, just to keep keep life fun and also so you don't have to use vulgar language. You can still express yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys have some musical equipment here, and you said you're both into music and stuff. So when do you guys do music here normally?
Not often enough.
Not often enough.
So, truth is, like, even though we've been open for 7 months, we're still figuring that out.
Okay.
It's consumed a lot more of our time than I think we realized that it was gonna. And then there's also, you gotta, it's coffee house, like, you kind of have to present the correct presentation, or people aren't going to want to come back. So, and I'm not really like that as far as like I'm a musician, and it's like I want to play what I want to play. You know what I'm saying? In other words,
it's kind of like us. We want to do what we want to do, right?
Right. And so I guess there's kind of a learning curve there as far as what actually can we do. Now, like I've come and like just played acoustic guitar on Saturday mornings when we're like really busy, and I mean that's been great. Like people seem to like it.
Yeah.
I like doing that. But kind of like she was saying, I mean, she's a classically trained opera singer. Like, she can blow the doors off this place without a sound system,
Yeah.
Like, so we've realized, one of the things that we've realized is this is a very small building, and you can't get very loud. Now, we have some, like, after-hours stuff where we invite people and, turn on the sound system. But I think ultimately, one of the things we're headed to, we want like a back door area outside,
like a back patio.
Yes, to where we'll have.
It can be a little louder out there.
Yeah, because this.
This is great. We've had our daughter come in here. She's a singer-songwriter, and we've had her. So it's just a single guitar and original songs, and it's really great stuff like that.
Awesome.
So
and
we're
also,
hoping to do more of that.
We were doing it when we first opened, like letting other people come, and we kind of very quickly realized that that's a bad idea because
it can go south real quick.
Because unless, like, if you're a musician, I mean, I can't really just like analyze the heck out of you and beat you to death with questions before I let you play on my stage, because you're not going to want to play.
Right.
But that's kind of what's necessary. That is what would be necessary to make sure nothing crazy happened.
Right.
Because we kind of had some weird stuff happen when we did it. Thankfully, there weren't very many people here, and we just, I mean.
What do they roll out with a rendition of like Enter Sandman from Metallica?
No, just like weird crystal rock worshiping stuff. Like worshiping crystals. Like just really weird stuff.
Okay.
And so not only is that weird, that's the opposite. Like, we're followers of Jesus Christ. I mean, we don't support worshiping rocks, by any means.
Right.
And so that kind of was a major clash, and so we kind of, like I said, it's a learning process. I mean, we've never done this before. We've played lots of music. We've drank lots of coffee, but we've never opened up a coffee shop and tried to
open mic night. Just Like, what is the universe throwing our way?
But like she said, like we feel like that music is eventually going to be a big part of it.
Well,
I mean, that's
I think now so much of it is just us making sure the business side of it is working and taking care of itself and getting all the pieces in place, which it's such a process to learn, first of all, because like we said, we've never done anything like this that's so public, and then just having the right people that we can trust to run it, and do all those things, and then expand our hours and all that, and then that will free us up to be able to focus on the other side.
I don't think people realize what's involved with that. Managing employees, the payroll, the taxes, the insurance. There's a lot. There's a lot of moving pieces, and we have nothing but respect for people who have small businesses like that. We know a lot of people that go day in, day out, live check to check. You know, I think the biggest thing with the coffee shop here, it brings everybody together where you can have conversations. I just look back now, everybody's on social media, and it's like it's a disconnect. And you come here and you can actually have a conversation with someone. And I think with our show is the concept was talk more. You know, whether you agree with us or not, come out and tell us how you feel.
Let's talk about it.
Exactly.
I mean, it 20 years ago was never an issue, 30 years ago, whatever it may be, but now it just seems like everybody's in a silo.
Or they're happy putting their opinions out there where they're not hearing themselves speak, and they're not really reading what they're typing either. They're just putting out these little things, and then it's like, that's not a platform to actually have healthy dialogue and back and forth debate and exchange ideas and find that common ground with the people. You know?
Well, they're not able to feel the consequences of the emotion or the words that they're saying by the other party. You know, so there's accountability when you're actually having a face-to-face conversation, because there's a real person that has feelings.
There's nothing social about social media.
Exactly.
So, yes, face-to-face conversations are great, and we've had amazing conversations with the community here. We don't agree with everything that they believe, and they don't agree with us, but we're still talking. You know, and we're still neighbors.
And that's the important thing. And that's why we kind of started our show, is we were tired of seeing these siloed echo chambers, and we wanted to create a place that was, we can talk and we can have the ability to disagree, and people can come on and present their idea or whatever, and we can have that dialogue without the fear of us being shut down from these echo chambers that are siloed within social media communities.
So talking to people, one of the best things is people coming in and talking to them. Like, I like to talk to people, and maybe I feel like people can tell when you're being genuine or not. Like I'm not just talking to you in hopes that you'll come back and get coffee again. I'm talking to you because I'm actually interested in what you have to say, and like you were saying, I actually want input. I'm the kind of guy. I mean, I'd rather you look me square in the face and tell me you hate my guts than pretend or just hold it in, And another thing that's been awesome is the number of people that you can tell truly want this business to succeed when they come in, and maybe sometimes it's for selfish intentions, but you can feel that it's sincere, like they really want us to make it, and they're hoping, and they're I think probably maybe even making extra trips here.
I think that's one of the things that surprised me the most when we first opened, because being more public, you get the reactions of people, and they'll go on and they'll post a review, and they'll say nice things, and they don't have to do that. I'm one of those people that I've probably only posted one review in my whole life. But now I know the value of that for a small business. Like, it is so important that if you like something, you go say it, because that's how word is spread, and the quality continues, because it really encourages us as well. And I had no idea.
Well, they find a connection
that it was that good.
With where they go, right? It's the people that work that they find a connection. With being locked down for 2 or 3 years in your own house, and you can't do this, you can't do that. All of a sudden, you're coming out, and then well, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
And really, and on the flip side of that too, it's really hard when you hear a bad review, because it's never, I don't believe, a business owner's intention that anything would go wrong. That we would hurt somebody or not serve them well, or it's so we're trying to do everything we can to not have a customer go away unhappy. But and that's a good thing for the public to know. Just if you can leave a good review, do that. And if you have a problem with a business, talk to them first.
Yeah, give them an
opportunity.
opportunity
Give them a
to
chance
fix it.
to fix it before you post that bad review, because we can't take it away once it's there.
And like you don't realize, like until we did this, I didn't realize what that kind of stuff meant to a small business.
It means a lot, especially when people when they organize and start. Because I've seen some of that. I think these people are going out and basically getting their groups of friends to just massively leave bad reviews, and a lot of people had never even been to the place and stuff. So that whole review process is a little, I think there should be a verification behind it.
Well, we had that happen. Somebody just was looking at our menu online and was like, they don't even have, I think, black tea, but we do have black tea, but they came to the conclusion we didn't and left us
a bad review. It was fine, and I think it was a Google review, and I think Google read it, and I think there is some sort of modification because it did disappear.
Good.
Because they had admitted that they hadn't been here.
Oh wow! So that's it. So that's good to know that there is a procedure in place. Show me your receipt,
right?
Something. So, well, you guys have created a really cool atmosphere here. I like it here. It's my second time here.
I love it. I love the bottomless coffee too, man.
So, but we thank you for your time, and we wish you luck. And I know I will definitely be back now that I know you're doing the Kennedy
Absolutely,
coffee.
And thank you for your time and sharing us on your podcast. And,
definitely.
We love our community, and we're just here for them. Want to be the living room for them.
Awesome.
We appreciate you guys.
What's your name? Where you from? The French have invaded.
Portugal.
Portugal, yes.
AOC, Austin, Texas.
Keep it weird.
Yeah,
Where you from? Where you from?
Yeah.
And we are back. And Mark's still at the same size, so I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. great interview with Christine and Lance, and really enjoyed that. We were talking about how we got to get out more and do these interviews, but had a good time, dude. It's nice to do that and get out and see local businesses.
Yeah, just very nice and sweet people. Humble. They're doing. They're doing great things with their business. Focused obviously on quality, and the business aspect, and then looking at doing some expansion in the future. And that's the way that I think that most business owners should take the approach. Right, is look at quality. And ensuring that they're providing a good product that people are going to come back for, right? Some people, they start a business and they're like, "Oh man, I'm a hit," and then a year later they're not a hit.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're going to integrate more music in there too. That'd be cool. I understand that when they started it. You don't know what you're going to get, right? You tell someone they can come and play, and next thing you know, man, it's just utter craziness.
Yeah,
it's funny, but I can understand his frustration.
Yeah, I mean, like you're like, what is this person singing? Wait a minute, what? Like and it's
what's
like, wait a minute, like, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Crystals, man, crystals.
I mean, like when you said, what'd they do? Break out with a rendition of Inner Sandman or something, right? I'm like, I would be like, I'm cool with acoustic Metallica, man. I'd be like, I'd be cool with that,
Yeah, when they're cranking it out, though, right? When people sitting there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get where Lance is going with it because you invite people, you just don't know what you're going to get sometimes, and you don't want to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, I think the point he was trying to make is he didn't want to be overcritical, right, of another musician, right?
Right.
Because if the word gets out that you're being overcritical of a musician, chances of finding musicians are going to dwindle.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But great coffee, great atmosphere. I felt like we could have sat and talked with them a lot longer than what we did. To be honest, I mean, it's a comfortable place to just go in and sit. There was people in there playing some board games and having social gatherings and stuff, and it's a very nice atmosphere. And like Christine said, they just want to be a living room,
Yeah,
sit down, have some coffee,
that
and
back
talk.
room with the table and stuff.
Yeah.
I just felt when meeting them like we've known them for a lot longer. You know what I mean? Like we've known them forever. Just having a conversation, it just flowed and it felt natural, and I enjoyed it, man. And I plan on getting back there again, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be looking at doing more of these. So if there's a business in mind that you guys have, drop it in the comments or shoot us an email, Chris@NWA Mark at NWAexchange.com. And if you're still apprehensive and you entered for the coffee gift card giveaway, we'll be giving that away shortly. Shortly.
Yes, sir.
Well, my friend, we got some other news that popped out today. I got a notification from Carroll Electric regarding power consumption. I think you got it as well, and they put out an alert, right? Due to these frigid temperatures, they're asking people to, tone down on their power usage. So what did I do? I immediately went in and plugged in my electric truck and my Tesla, and I said, "Y'all neighbors don't need heat." And the transform. No, I'm just kidding. I would not do
10 gigawatts.
You know what I'm saying, though? But I mean, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to? I mean, like, you have like. I mean, most people's houses. Like, my wife was like, the walls are cold. I was like, yeah, it's cold outside. Our houses are not built in Arkansas to be like withstand sub-zero temperatures for extended periods of time, right?
Yeah, we're not in Alaska.
It's not like we live in Minnesota and we got, like that 7 or 8 inch, spray foam insulation, totally airtight in the house wrap, right? But I mean, like the funny thing is, and I think I said this during that power outage, the rolling blackouts they had in Texas last year. I had a friend that lives down there outside of Austin, and his his saltwater tank that he has, his aquarium, he had like live coral and like some pretty nice fish in there. Lost all but one fish, and all the coral was dead due to the rolling power outages. wasn't able to. And the kicker is he has solar panels on his house, right?
Wow.
But he doesn't have the battery backup, like the whole battery system that's involved with. He was just basically regenerating for the power grid, right?
Right.
And so he didn't have like basically a whole home UPS system, and I think his pool ended up the pump ended up shutting off as well. You know, because if you're circulating water, that's one thing, right? So then like the pipings for his pool and all that got jacked up too. And it's very, I mean, but you know what I was saying was, it's like, well, how many data centers down there in Austin lost power?
Yeah, we
Zero,
talked about that
right?
before. Yeah,
zero. Right? You know, I think we talked about that on that's probably like podcast 5 or 6, man, when we were talking about these notifications that, you know, like Carroll Electric, they don't generate power, man. Right? They don't generate power; they purchase power. So they're actually under the whims of the power generators, and if they decided to, you know, shut them off and divert energy to, I don't know, corporate data centers, which, you know, given that we're into 2020, almost 2023, and all the information that's come out over the past few years, we know that, well, they have to operate and we don't, right?
Yeah.
So
maybe some people start thinking about bringing them nuclear plants back on too, you know? You know, we talked about this, gosh, it had to be 9-10 months ago, probably at the beginning, and failing power grids. And there's only 3 or 4 of them across the country here, and every one of them is on its last legs.
Yeah, I could think of a good use for $100 billion. Right?
Yeah, really. I know.
You know $100 billion could, you know, go to modernize our power grids and stuff. Versus, you know, I saw this TikTok video, and I just somebody had shared it, and I was cracking up, and it was like, what's the one thing that you can say that probably tick off a lot of people? And it was like, I don't want to hear anybody talk about gun control anymore, because, I mean, when we're trading, you know, arms dealers for basketball players, and we're arming a whole country of people who aren't even probably trained or anything like that, I think you lost the argument at this point, right? So
we traded like a Pinto for a Ferrari, man. You know what I mean?
like a beat up Yugo, bro. You know what I mean? Like Geo Metro running on 2 cylinders, not the third, man. The third one.
I was probably so happy, man. He's back in business.
I mean, I don't know anymore. But I mean, like the wife was telling me,
take it serious, man.
You know, we showed some video footage last night of that whole weird, just like, you know, Zelensky showing up to the White House and his Call of Duty garb or whatever you want to call it, and then addressing the you know, the bipartisan members of Congress, and then like he gave Nancy Pelosi a flag with a bunch of signatures on there, and she basically gave him a check and tried to give him this awkward like she's family or something, like give him this awkward weird, you know, denture kiss on his cheek or something like that. You know, I'm just like, it's like legitimately Zelensky showed up like he won Publishers Clearinghouse in just his regular clothes and got a check.
It's
right?
a clearinghouse
and then
for
rolled.
money, though. We know that.
I mean, the only thing that would have made it better is if Joe and Nancy had just showed up to his door with cameras, like what was it, Ed McMahon used to do, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that would have just made it even that much better, right? But you know,
you can't make it up, man.
I don't know the power grids, but you know, I did a post today also, and it was regarding the news is a bunch of liars, right? So, you know, obviously I have a background in mechanics, right? And it says, yes, warming up your car before driving in cold weather can damage the engine. I don't know. I saw this and it just triggered me, man. I'm like, excessive idling does not do anything positive for your engine's long-term health. Yeah, we're talking about excessive idling, you know, like using your car during a winter storm where your power turns off and you're running your car for 12 hours and running one of them little cigarette lighter inverters to run your house, right? That would be what I would consider excessive idling, right? But it, I don't know, man. This new, like, this stuff is just crazy. Like, I think we just mentioned this last night, right? And like, for some reason, they were able to find a handful of sources, right? And now, if you look, Firestone Complete Auto Care, right? Smart Motors Toyota, U.S. Department of Energy, well, yeah, they're totally, Napa Auto Parts, and Chuck's Auto Repair in Seattle, Washington, right? Chuck. These people actually have something to gain by you breaking your engine by not warming it up. Let's just do some basic, like, critical thinking here real quick, Mark, right? I want everybody to get like one of them little Tupperwares or a dull Solo cup, a red Solo cup. I mean, heck, it is Christmas. Red Solo cup, I'll fill you up, right? I want you to get a red Solo cup, and I want you to take some vegetable oil, okay? Just put a little bit of vegetable oil on it. And with the temperatures that we have, go put it out front and check that sucker in the morning, okay? Now, do you want that? Do you think that your engine is properly getting lubricated when it sits all night in these cold, frigid temperatures? Yeah, I know. Right? For you to just get in it, start it up, and just, I don't know, put your foot through the floorboard, man. Right? You know, why not? 13,000 RPMs, right, baby? You know, I mean, yeah, that stuff's gonna flow right through the, the lifters and I mean, you run the risk of actually damaging your engine by not allowing the engine to fully warm up. Cold starts they used to say this about cold starts, right? Cold starts are, well, you just got to be careful when you cold start, right? Well, that means don't sit there and rev your engine in a cold start, right? But there's enough residue in the oil, in the rings and stuff like that to allow an engine to, it's instant fire, right? I mean, it's an explosion, right? So those parts are going to warm up quick, and it's going to use what lubrication it has, right? Because obviously you're starting your vehicle every couple of days at a minimum, right? But the pump is still dealing with that cold oil, and it's trying to pump it through. So as the engine warms up, the viscosity of your oil gets thinner and thinner, right? And so that's why it's important to warm your vehicle up. And I'm seeing a news article like this, and I'm just like, what are they going to come out with next, Mark? Just, hey, how do you defrost your windshield in a pinch? Grab, boil some water and go chuck it on the windshield. You know what I'm saying?
I've been warming the car up for 30 plus years, man. Never had a problem.
Because Bob at Bob's Auto Glass says you should do this, right?
Yeah. I just did it this morning. I brought it out and I let it run for a little bit and went rolling out, man. I didn't punch it and just take off down the road. But
yeah, Uric right here. Come from dirt bike racing. You never ride a cold engine hard, right? You don't, because you're going to blow up something, man. I mean, like, you have to allow that because Chuck knows, trust me. Chuck's on it. Chuck knows, man, But I mean, like, I'm just like, I mean, you can't. The news, I mean, I had to say it. I'm like, the news is a bunch of freaking liars. I mean, like, for real. Why do we have engine block heaters if warming your engine up is bad, right? Like up in Wyoming when we lived there, engine block heater. It's just this hot pad that sits in the freaking on the bottom of your oil pan, and you plug it into your house. It's a heating element. Or some of them actually had your drain plug was a heating element, and it would heat your oil overnight because of how cold it got. Right. Just don't be that person that forgets to unplug it. And if you do use one of them carpenter's loops, right? So you do that loop and then plug it. So if you pull, it never separates. So you do that, and you hop in the car and forget to unplug from the house. You dragging an extension cord down the interstate, bro.
Unbelievable,
man. Hey, that's happened. That's happened in our family. So I'm not saying it was me.
I know a guy I used to work with. He lived in Duluth, Minnesota, and he had diesels. They'd plug him in overnight at where he worked, man. Yeah. So it was like, they'd have crazy weather.
The RV has a block heater on it. The RV has a block heater on it. It's in the bedroom. You got to hit the button, and it'll run a block heater when the temperatures get too low, just to keep the oil warm enough for the thing to start and not have damage to your motor. So I see a news story like this and I'm just shocked. And I mean, if you're still reading the news, I mean, I'm reading it for comical purposes and information, but it just cracks me up that they're like, no, like a properly functioning engine has nothing to, there should not be any damages from you idling your vehicle and letting your engine warm up. Period.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've never had a problem with that. When it gets this cold and stuff, I just take about 5 minutes, and Ryan made a good point too. You're defrosting your windows anyways, so what's the matter? You get a rear front defrost and let the car warm up, man.
Yeah. Yurk said his truck is a diesel and he had his oil changed 2 days ago and barely made it home from the dealer today, and that was with diesel fuel. Yeah, so whenever I winterize my RV, obviously I got a 100 gallon tank on it, Yurk. So I put a couple bottles of anti-gel in it, man. And luckily I've been good, but I'm, like if I was to go out there today or yesterday, I probably wouldn't have been able to start it with just as cold as it is, even with anti-gel. I mean, that's 100 gallons of fuel. That stuff can only treat so many gallons, man, before it starts to it's not properly, I mean, it's going to settle and all that. So, some of the new Fords with plastic oil pans, they make it cars like Hot Wheels. Yeah, absolutely, man. But go ahead and spend your $80,000 for your status symbol and stuff. So you sent this one over. It was English Bishop. Since we're in the Christmas spirit, ho ho ho. This English bishop pushed back at rewritten woke Christmas carols sung at an inclusive church. The woke version of the Christmas carol sparked criticism on social media. Judge Janine Pirro reacts to Christmas Carol gone woke on Jesse Waters' Prime Time. I think there was a video associated with this. We will probably catch a copyright ban, but we'll go ahead and, you know what? We'll test the waters. Let's see what Janine.
Crazy,
Judge Janine, man. This is if it'll even load. They probably pulled it from the internet, man. Wait
Shut
for
it down. They don't want any propaganda out there.
Yeah.
Hey, our favorite
There we go.
hymns are on the chopping block. The woke mob is coming after Christmas carols, and they have their sights set on.
What do you mean coming? They've been coming after him, right? They've been coming. What was it? Baby, it's cold outside was like just offensive as all get out, but WAP wasn't. I remember that.
I know.
The
Crazy.
classics. God rest ye merry gentlemen. The traditional Christmas song features.
Is it because it says
God rest
gentlemen?
ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember, Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. An important message that represents the entire meaning of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But this season is a time to celebrate Christ and all that he stands for. But one church in England decided to erase hundreds of years of holiday tradition by rewriting the lyrics to the song. All Saints with Holy Trinity Church in Britain decided that they needed to make the song more inclusive. So the church added 2 new verses to the carol, with the first saying, God rest you also women, who by men have been erased.
Okay, I'm not going to play all of this because we will catch a copyright ban. I'm just going to say this, man. Remember when that guy's standing up in the House of Congress and he's like, he's saying that prayer before they started everything. Well, let's get rid of this tab because we'll go over here. He's like a man and a woman when he finished the prayer, right?
Yep.
You remember that? Okay.
Yep.
Right then, I knew people were just getting stupid, right? I'm like, okay, you're going to have to come up with a new vernacular, right? Can I see a menu, right? Because MEN is in there. Woman has MEN in there. I think we need to come up with a new terminology for these triggered people that just can't handle anything with the word man in it. Out of the name of inclusivity, right?
So when I heard that song, man, it just brought me back as a kid. And the reason why I remembered it, I was like, oh my God, I know what that song was. And it brought me back to when I was like about, 10 or 12 years old. It's funny, man. We had a manger, and Christmas we get a new tree and a manger, and I'd set up the manger. and it would have hay in there, and I'd bring Mary and Joseph in there, and I'd have the three wise men, and I'd have the cradle, and I'd have baby Jesus in there, you know, and I'd set it all up, and I put the lights on, and I always got a kick out of it. Well, I would leave and come back, and what the heck's going on? Baby Jesus would just disappear. He'd just walk out, man. I couldn't figure out what was going on, right?
People were grabbing baby Jesus, right?
My kid brother was stealing baby Jesus, man.
Well, people were actually it was a few years ago. People were actually stealing baby Jesuses across the country, man, from nativity scenes.
Yeah, no, but he was 5 years old or something like that. He was taking it, and he brought it into his room and was playing with him.
I'm playing with Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's baby Jesus. I put him back, and he disappeared the next day. It was funny.
Well, I just, when we're I mean, the old adage, man, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I mean, like,
right.
These are traditional Christmas songs. You want to rewrite something, write your own Christmas song and get it adopted, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But I mean, like, we noticed this in one of the churches that we went to pre-COVID, where they were changing, the actual verbiage in the Bible, right? They were changing that God created mankind, like instead of like, God created Adam and then he created Eve. He created Eve by what? Removing a rib from Adam, right?
Right. Was it the New Testament or what was the?
Yeah.
What did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't even know. I mean, like, that's why it prompted me to say, what Bible are we teaching out of? Right? Because I've never heard, I'm sitting there like, yeah, okay, I'm understanding where you're going, right? But that's not what the Bible says, right?
Right.
So it's an interpretation thing. Right. And, man, that's just, I don't know. The red flag for me, brother. I mean, like, just to change well, we see it every day, to change history, to change historical documents, the whole 9 yards, and Bibles and everything to suit the worldly's purpose. The purpose of the Bible is to get you to not worry about the things of this world. In the Bible it says, have no fear, right? Don't be afraid, right? Why? Because we're not meant to stay here on this planet forever. We're not supposed to be of this world. And I know I'm sitting in here in a Santa hat and all that, talking this, but this is the reason for the season, right? Is to talk about, why we are actually here, and what we can do and how we can serve.
Yeah.
And
man, it's great points. But what's funny is they were going around the street and they're asking them about Christmas and what it's about.
what it's about, right? Nobody knows, right?
We have Christmas. And they asked where Jesus was born, and it'd be in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, he was born in Pennsylvania. Okay,
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, dude. I mean, there were so many crazy
I wish you would have
things,
told. I'm starting to lose faith in humanity even faster now, man. So thank you for that little bit.
We're gonna pull it tomorrow night. It was funny, man. It was just funny. I don't know. I don't think they're scripted. I think that's just
man. That sounds like a Mark Dice one right there, man. All right. Well, last topic, and then we'll get into the giveaway. I know all of our viewers are chomping at the bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So Christmas travel, severe weather causes a massive flight disruption. Go figure. You're traveling at Christmas time during snow. I mean, like, I don't know how this is news. This stuff happens. It's been happening, man.
Every year it's the same thing, man. Do everybody a favor and leave a week early.
Drive.
Man.
Just drive it, man.
Drive, because it's going to be the same old dog and pony show, man.
Right. I mean, like, dude, and on airlines on top of it, man, like they've been taking away leg room, right? Just continually. I mean, I know you
trust me, I know, man.
Yeah, right? But I mean, like, every year they take like a quarter of an inch, right? They just kind of try to pack more seats in there and stuff, and like, so people are down to the point where they're actually bringing tape measures on the planes, and they're like, oh, sweet, I got a whole 13 inches of leg room now. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
I always fought for those
packing them
exit
in
seats, man.
sardines, right? Packing them in like sardines, charging them a buttload of money. And
Yeah,
then don't worry, man. If you get a little uncomfortable and you mouth off, they will beat your ass and pull you off the plane, man. They will deplane your butt in a heartbeat, and you're lucky if you don't catch federal charges, right?
Right.
Merry Christmas, though. Go ahead and fly with us. All right. Well, it's the time of the evening. It's 9:04.
All right, man.
So we got some giveaways to do, right? How many viewers we got there? So we got 5. We got 5
Yeah,
watching
we
right
got
now.
we got to do the coffee. We got a couple calendars. We got what else we got?
I think we got
that's what we're gonna do
coffee and a
tonight.
couple of calendars tonight,
Yep.
and then next week we'll give away some merch.
All right, sounds like a plan, man.
All right, well, so I guess this is going to be awkward for people because, like, I don't know. Do we just give the calendars to the people that were entered in the coffee giveaway, or do we add people for the calendars that are watching the show live? And then do
No,
the
we
spins
just
after that?
spin it, man.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to play
unless you wanna,
Spin That Wheel, baby. Here we go.
We'll do
Spin that
3
wheel.
spins, I guess, and go from there, man.
Come on, wheel. There it is. The wheel loaded. Some of y'all got some long ass
Sally
names.
can't
I'm just
win.
gonna say.
Sorry, Sally.
Sally can win, but she said she was going to give it away.
Okay.
And she can't pick who she's giving it away to, though. That just means a free spin. All right. So that's how we roll over here. We don't want to create that little situation. All right. Some of y'all got some long names, so they're bunched up, and I'm hoping that, like, I'm pretty sure that the spin the wheel will just show the whole name. But man, you guys got some long names.
Oh yeah, you had to type over them or something, right?
Yeah,
You
well,
couldn't fit 'em in
it
there.
tries to squeeze them all in there.
All
All right, give me a countdown, brother.
3, 2, 1. Spin the wheel, brother.
Well, first we gotta say ho ho ho. Spin it.
Ho,
There we
ho,
go.
ho, spin the wheel.
Spin it. Go. There it goes. All right, this is
All
for
right,
the
what is this one?
LeCoux
This is gonna be
Coffee
the
$25
coffee card?
gift certificate.
All right, let's see what we got here. Spin it.
And survey says Deanna Freeman, $25 gift card to LeCoux Coffee.
There you go.
Deanna will reach out to you
Okay.
and get your information. If it's easier for us to drop it off, or you want us to drop it off at the coffee shop, and you can pick it up there, that works for us too. But congratulations, Deanna,
Yeah,
on
awesome.
the $25 LeCoux Coffee gift certificate.
Good deal.
All right, coming up, what do we got? We
We
got.
got the calendars, man. Hold on.
You got some of them
Yeah,
sitting around? Show everybody that.
2020.
Hold on, we'll come over here real quick.
Well, can't see it. Can you see it?
Yeah, hold it up and tilt it. Hold it up and tilt it. You get your light. There we go.
Well, it's got the cellophane on it. There we go.
Yeah.
2023 calendar.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Give him.
Again,
He said he wants-
$5 will go to North Song. We'll pay for that. It's free. It's all birds in Northwest Arkansas, and calendar again created by my son. Absolutely stunning. So
Sweet. All right, here we go. We're gonna cut back over to the Wheel of Doom. Maybe if I can find it. Here we go. Bam. Come on, reset wheel. There we go. All right, give me a countdown with a ho ho ho.
ho ho ho! 3, 2, 1.
Spinning. There we go. All right. No whammies.
Spin
No
it.
whammies. No whammies. No whammies. Yurik says, "Give me the bird." And Jan Hoffner won a 2023
There you go.
calendar. Sweet, man.
There you go.
Birds of
Congratulations,
Arkansas.
Janet.
Awesome. That's my mother-in-law, by the way. I need a
There we
more
go.
enthusiastic ho 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 for. I know, man. I know, Ryan. He needs to like get to the Christmas spirit, bro.
All right.
All right, last one. Here we
All
go.
right.
Give me a ho ho ho. Give me a
All
proper
right.
ho ho ho.
ho.
No, it's got to be
Spin it.
better than that. Man. Come on, I want you to like pull it from your.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, 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 Oh.
You're coughing.
My bro can't ho ho ho, man. Something wrong with him.
Oh man, you cracked me up.
I want a stomach. Ho ho ho. Yeah, it's like where you rattles like a bowl full of jelly. Who is this? Jan
Pierce Gardner.
Jan Pierce Gardner. I might have typed that in wrong. Maybe it's Janine. I don't know.
Janine? I'm not
sure.
I'm
pretty good at copying them names.
We just need information. If they could reach out to us,
I will
Janine
reach out. I'll
us.
reach out to the winners tonight.
Yep.
All right. Well, I feel like Santa Claus right now because I'm dressed like him. I'm gonna give away a salute to Arkansas shirt.
Oh, bonus, man!
I'm gonna give away one of them tonight. All right.
All right. Throw that in the hopper, man.
Here we go. Spin the wheel. Now we gotta do it proper, man. Santa's gonna give you a shirt, boys and girls.
3, 2, 1, spin it.
All right, here we go. Digging the jazz music, man. All right, here we go. Rachel Berg won it. There you go. That is the end of our giveaway for this week's show.
Congratulations, Rachel. Congratulations to everybody, I guess. And we just need your information, and we'll get that stuff out to you.
We'll be reaching out to you guys shortly via Facebook Messenger and asking for your preferred preference of delivery and all that. But remember to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about the show. We trying to spread a little ho 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 Christmas cheer and all that, but also kind of give back to our viewers, the people that support our show. That being said, we hope everybody has a great Christmas holiday. Spend time with your family, understand what the reason for the season is, and that's Jesus. And look after your neighbors. Check in on some people who may be struggling. I mean, not everybody gets to spend time with their family during the holidays. So be that positive shining light in somebody's eyes, man, and just let them know that you care about them.
Great points, man. Have a great night, everybody. Merry Christmas.
All right. We'll see y'all later. Good night.
Same road.